So our retail product is the collector coins. And the major reason we want you to buy that is because we don't want you to make another $1.2 million mistake. And you may be feeling like this woman right now, like, wait a minute, did I make a $1.2 million mistake? Well, unless you have over $1.2 million and you've been buying collector coins, sorry to say, you probably have. And here's what. First of all, put a 1 in the chat if you don't even want to make a $10 mistake, let alone a $1.2 million mistake that you weren't even aware of making. So I'm the type, if I go to the grocery store and something is left out of the bag, I'm going to make a U-turn and go back to the grocery store. So I don't even want to lose $10, let alone 1.2. So that $1.2 million mistake, what exactly is it? So we're going to teach you about our collector coins, and here's one of them. This is a Montana Silver Eagle, and this here is a silver piece of bullion, and these two are the same thing. We're going to teach you why this is $25 and this is worth $100, and so that you're really clear on it. I'm also going to do a little bit more training in depth later in our business building segment. But why do we pay $25 for this and pay $100 for this? So here's a quick lesson on numismatics. This is called a graded coin, a numismatic. Back in 1949, there was a numismatist. That's a hard word to say, and it's just a fancy word for someone that grades coins. And his name was Dr. Sheldon, and he developed the Sheldon scale. And it was a way to simplify the coin grading process. It goes from 1 to 70. 1 is unrecognizable. 70 is perfect, like a perfect diamond that doesn't have any flaws. There's no smears on it. There's no dents. There's no dings. And when it's 70, it's that perfect. And it's called the MS 70 would be the perfect one. And MS stands for mint state. So how do they determine this? Well, when the coins are coming off production, about 5% of them become collector coins. They look at them under 5-time magnification, and if they meet all the criteria, they are encapsulated. They're given a serial number, and they no longer are money. They are now deemed a collector's coin. And no human has ever touched it because they're wearing really special gloves. So it's now considered the best of the best. And 2 things that you want to look at when you want to buy the best collectible coins is, number 1, as I mentioned, less than 5% of all the bullion produced is going to turn into collector's coin. It's the rarity of something that makes it valuable. And so number 2, there are tons of of coin graders out there, but there's 2 prominent on the planet. And those are the 2 top grading companies, and we only purchase from the top 2. The first is PCGS, based in California, and the second is NGC, based in Florida. And they are considered the creme de la creme. Now, we pay $100 a month for this. And let's say back in 1986, that's when they started making them. If you would have been buying one every month diligently, $100 a month. Now, back then, they wouldn't be $100, but let's just, for the sake of this example, say you spent $100 a month since 1986 buying these coins diligently. Then you're buying them for your grandkids, for whatever the case is. By now, you would have paid about $40,000 to $50,000. You'd have about 400 in your collection, and combined, they would be worth over $1.2 million. Why is that, you say? Well, back in the 2012, only 8 years ago, they're already selling for in excess of $150. The 1996 is selling for $6,000. And the 1999, because of a little thing, if you were around back there, then called Y2K, all the silver mints ran out of silver. And so now just one of those Silver Eagles MS-70 from 1999, just one is worth in excess to $19,000 up to $25,000. So put a 1 in the chat box if you wish, like me, you would have been smart enough back then, knowing all this information back then, to have at least just 1, let alone 12 of those. Now, we don't have a crystal ball, but if history repeats itself, and guys, it repeats itself, how many of you know that it's going to be a beautiful thing if you're collecting these 1 a month, every month? It's like Christmas every time we get a new one. Every time the coins show up, it's so exciting. So 7K Metals recognize that most of us are not disciplined. We're not going to go down to the pawn shop every month. We're not going to go on eBay once a month for 35 years and buy something. So they came up with an auto saver program. It's going to take the guesswork out of everything, and 5 times a month, you can choose which date you want. You can set it up and set your autosaver, and we're going to ship it to you, and it's going to be one of these really cool coins. We have a whole bunch of different ones. We're going to show you some pictures of them, and every single month, you're going to get one. You're going to set it and forget it. So think of a 401k, but with physical gold and silver. Here's the one I was showing you. Here's a close-up of it. And we're going to send you one of these MS70s. And this one was our Montana, which was our very first state series. Forgive me, our very second state. The very first was Idaho, which I have here because the company is headquartered in Idaho. And so then we went to Montana second. And this is our retail product, the MS70 Silver Eagle State Series. And we pay $100 a month for this one. And this particular one you cannot buy anywhere else because we have an exclusive. We are the only ones on the planet offering the State Series. So every other month you can get a State Series, but you're only going to be able to get them from us. And here's some of the other ones that we've had over the last year or so when we started this. Right now, we are finishing up the month of Louisiana, and they just announced 2 nights ago that our next month in July is going to be New Mexico because New Mexico has been doing a lot of business, and so they are on the radar, and so New Mexico is next. So keep in mind, these kind of coins increase in value because of rarity. It's the rarity of something. And if you understand rarity, then you know historically these kind of collector coins, especially Silver Eagles, which are the most prominent coins on the planet, they go up in value faster. Now, for those of you, you might want a little spice. You might want a little variety. For $25 more a month, our experts have taken the guesswork out of it and will send you a cool coin every single month from around the world. This one is our Captain America. We also recently had a Star Trek that we did in January. And here's an example or some examples of ones that we've done over the last year. And again, every time you get one of these, it's so exciting just to open it up. We have people that videotape just opening their boxes. They are so excited about it. And for those that have an affinity for gold, I don't blame you. Every single month, we can send you a 1/10 ounce MS70 Gold Eagle for $300. And again, just set it and forget it. We have people that are buying all of them every single month. I have many on my team that are doing it, and they're just assessing their assets every single month, a little bit, whatever they can afford. And that's one of the things about being part of this company is simply having that membership in addition to the collectibles, which are very valuable. Another thing that the company is